stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who those hits around, bound to go to the cloud.
Welcome to another exciting episode. Trending Topics. You know who it is.
What's good? It's your boy Dom Span.
It's Pop. It's Kev Span. We are here. We are bringing it to y'all. Trending Topics today. What's going on? How you been first?
Everybody, I'm good. Welcome back, y'all. How y'all doing?
Welcome back. We happy to be here. We are bringing y'all Trending Topics today. I'll be honest with you. I've been busy. I got a notebook. I don't have no notes.
Yep.
I have no notes. So
Same.
Let me start there. Let me just start and searching up what some trending topics are right now that we'll talk about, all right? So top trending topics for 2025. Let me see if any of this means anything.
What's going on?
Artists, AI, I don't know what any of this is. Trending topics. What's the number one thing search for on Google? People looking for YouTube. We can't talk about that. That's too broad of a topic.
Yeah. What's going on in the current events?
What's going on? People are winter wonderland, cactus parties. Nah, that's not it.
Yeah, nah.
Let's talk about what's going on with you for real, and what are you hearing about?
It's the reason I have no notes is life is good right now.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Making the most out of all 24 hours.
Definitely. Kids doing well. They're wrapping up in school. They're
Okay.
finishing up and getting ready for the summer and those summer activities.
Okay, what you thinking about?
I'm a little different as a dad. It's like summer requires fun. You're gonna have some fun, but we're gonna put some training in there. A couple sports activity. Summer's for training.
Summer is for training, sports activities, but your kids play sports.
Yep.
They exercise to stay strong, but then they're musically inclined as well.
Yes. They're picking up the keyboard, the piano. We're thinking about piano lessons too.
Okay.
Events, DJ Aura, JD with the DJ and things. She has events going on, and Mason's picking up some talents too. So I want to hone in on their musical gifts as well as their athletic gifts and their brains as well, academia. So.
I love it. And you talking about piano lessons for JD, but Mason got on the keyboard the other day and shocked me.
Yeah, that's a surprise. Another surprise talent. That is another hidden gift. So the kids are great and communicating with them, learning new words, and the kids teach me now. So
they teach me, man. Speaking of trending topics, JD said something to me that I didn't understand, and talk to me IG, Facebook, and YouTube. My granddaughter said her outfit didn't eat. What does that mean?
Oh no, her outfit didn't eat.
She said it didn't eat, so she didn't like it. It didn't eat.
That's not good. Then she couldn't leave the house.
Then she couldn't leave the house?
No. You can't leave the house unless your outfit eats. That's how Jade operates.
Oh, well, does my outfit eat today? Does your outfit eat?
I think my outfit eats today.
I'm comfortable in these streets today. I hope my outfit eats.
I think it eats down.
It eats down.
Yeah.
I definitely don't know.
You gotta lock in.
I gotta talk to me. Okay? Live stream family. This is what it is. We just had this conversation before we came on air. Nico brought me in on a conversation with this gentleman, the nerdy professor.
Yep.
He's a public speaker like myself, but a young man. He spoke to the Western School in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And you a communications major, not me. How did he communicate to them?
Gen Alpha slang. That is Gen Alpha slang. It's a new language.
Gen Alpha slang.
Yep.
What does that mean?
It's a bunch of skibbity paps and brain rots and memes, and you just gotta lock in and not act Delulu.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Talk to me. You said about 5 things, and I heard it through my Audible, but I didn't understand it. So I just have to
Lock in.
I lock in, I'm good. Lock in, present, be engaged.
Yep.
I'm locked in with you.
Yep.
Talk to me. Give me one word at a time. Let me see if I can figure it out.
Delulu.
Can I have the country of origin, please?
Duluth, Florida.
Miami, that's where it comes from. The root word be delusional.
Yes, good job.
Okay, so all right, you want me to lock in, you don't want me to be delusional today. Okay, people, I'm here. Then I think you hit me with the skiddly bebop, the boobop.
Skibbity paps and memes and brain rot.
I can't even repeat that.
Yep.
But what might that mean?
Just with how adults view children, they think that what they're saying doesn't mean anything and it has no meaning to it and it's a bunch of brain rot. memes.
Okay.
They're like the pictures that were uploaded into Skibidi Paps.
And okay, I'm with you. I understand Gen Alpha. I don't know how we got to Gen Alpha from Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z, but if we here, we are here. So young people doesn't include me. Are you included in young people? Because I heard some. They were interviewing some football players the other day, and they were asking them what is old, and they were saying, "Go ahead, you seen it?"
I said anybody born after 2000, anybody born before 2000.
If a 19's in the number,
yeah.
They threw 1992. They threw you under the bus.
They threw me in there. I saw another one too.
Okay.
They had big bro, little bro, not in any particular order. They had little bro, big bro, unk, old head, and what was the last one? OG? I forget the last one. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be an OG. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I've been comfortable with OG for a little while. Speaking of OGs. Shout out to my nephew, Jermaine. Happy birthday, Jermaine.
Happy birthday, big cuz.
Called him this morning. Couldn't believe the number, but very happy to see him at his 47th birthday. And big birthday shout out to my man, Dre Day, Andre Woodard.
Oh.
Welcome to the Too Fly to Be 60 Club. Yeah, Dre, I put your age out there. I put it out there.
Happy birthday, Dre. Happy birthday. Good dude. Enjoy your day.
Yes, sir. We're gonna connect tomorrow. IRL.
Nice. IRL in real life.
In real life, me
Good
and
job.
Dre. IRL. That means you and I are gonna connect in real life.
Yep.
We're gonna break bread. We're gonna see a part of the Knicks game tomorrow night. But before we go to the Knicks, we can't avoid. We gotta talk about it. I want to stay with the nerdy professor.
Yep.
So what's the setup for the story here? What happened?
He went to a high school and he just won the language competition for 2024. You know what? The nerdy professor. He goes to different stores and different in New York actually, and he finds a store who's speaking a different language, whether it's speaking of African descent or a Chinese dialect, and he knows every single language. So he goes in as a customer. He acts like just a normal customer or what's the word? I'm tourist.
Okay.
And then he hears them speaking in their language, the workers in the back, and then he chimes in on the conversation and he surprises the workers with their own language.
He jumps into dialect. Now, does he speak the language? Is he mocking them? Is like he's talking like he's from the 11798 mocking us?
Yep.
Or is it respectfully that he really picks up?
Yep, the nerdy professor. He's doing like a normal conversation. He's acting like nothing's happening. He just speaks up and he says, "Me gusta, avasta," and he just starts speaking like, "Whoa, what'd you say?"
Wow.
Yep. So he's surprised and he won the language competition. So he went to go speak to a high school, and he said to show children and the Gen Alpha, the new generation, how important language is. He spoke in their language, which is the Gen Alpha language.
I love it. So you showed me the TikTok video.
Yep.
He's speaking. He's locked in.
Yep.
He's not capping.
Nope, no cap, dead ass. Yep.
He's speaking in Gen Alpha to the audience, but the caption underneath is in a language that I would understand.
Yep.
And it's different because language and communicating with people, that's really what it's all about.
Yes.
You are, I said it earlier, you are a communications major by education, 10 years removed from school. Yeah. What do you think of how valuable it would be for you to know that? And I think you do that well, connecting with people regardless of their ethnicity, their background, their language, whatever, how you connect with people. But how valuable do you think that is for people just in everyday life, being able to connect with people in language and meet them where they are?
It breaks barriers. It breaks walls. I have in my neighborhood, my neighbor to the right is from Puerto Rico, and my neighbor to the left is from like Dominican Republic or something. So I want to learn every single language. I want to learn a language to the point where my neighbors can know I'm a good guy.
Okay.
They want to know that I care, and I'm welcoming them to the neighborhood. I could tell them where the local stores are, where to eat, where to get clothes, who has good prices and who has bad prices in the area.
Okay.
So I want to touch up on my Spanish and different languages so I could be able to speak to new neighbors that come into the neighborhood and the community every time. But not just race and cultures, it's also with the age range too, where you could break stigmas of old age to youth, and the old can speak to the youth, and there's no like disconnect where they're, you know, a young man won't understand an old man.
I mean, I love what you're saying. Like, I thought many moons ago when I graduated, way back in 1980, most popular class of 80. Shout out to Angie Brown, most popular with me.
Hey.
One thing I wrote in my yearbook so I wouldn't forget, I wrote down all the cool words that we used then because I thought it would be important to have later, somewhere in the archives to pull out. Fast forward, you come in today and you're speaking a language that I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to communicate with my kids ranging from 21 to 39, which includes you in the middle. And then my grandkids ranging from 1 to 12. Happy belated birthday, JD.
Wow.
And people, wherever you are, there's a different gen out there that's speaking a different language. And talk to me in the comments. What are you doing to communicate to those different generations and those little things that they use? So give me 4 or 5 more. IRL, skiddly bebop, the weebop.
Low key, high key.
Okay, low key, high key. Help me out.
Low key, or this podcast is high key a vibe.
High key a vibe?
High key a vibe.
That sounds good to me. That sounds good.
It's obvious. It's credible. We see it's going on. It's high key a vibe. I see it. You see it.
Everybody sees it. Wine now with Kev, trending topics. High key, it's a vibe. Go ahead.
Vibe.
High key.
Vibe. It's a vibration.
Okay.
What's going on?
All right. You've talked to me about vibes before. You said,
yep.
you know, it's like a brainwave level that we meet on. Music is vibes. Language is vibes. Okay. High key, low key. It's a vibe. I probably shouldn't use those in the same sentence together.
Yep.
What else am I missing? We got some graduation. We have a kindergarten graduation to go to.
Yeah. Field day coming. Well, that's all I got right now. I'm still learning.
Okay. Every day we're learning. We're paying attention. I think speaking the language, not only of the community that you're a part of, but communities that you aren't a part of is very important. The idea of language, and to me, and communication is to understand and be understood.
Yes.
And I can't always speak to you in my dialect, my tone, all those things matter. So being able to understand this and speak these languages, I hope we reach in somebody these trending topics, because if somebody's speaking around you, whether it's your significant other, the young people in your lives, all the generations in your family, and you don't know, ask questions.
Yep.
All right. We've been talking for 10 minutes, and the trending topics that we're avoiding.
New York.
So I have, I'm not embarrassed to say, I've been posting Knicks in 5 before the series started. IRL, I was hopeful that the Knicks would win a game. Then they won the first game.
Nice.
Then they won game 2. We up 2-0.
Let's go.
Then people are like, Knicks in 4. I'm like, nah, Knicks in 5. Why did I say Knicks in 5, not Knicks in 4? Because The Art of War, one of the best books ever written. If you haven't read that book, read The Art of War. But the number one rule in The Art of War, IRL, in business and your personal life, is always respect your opponent. Always respect your opponent. So I thought Boston would get one, but I felt great going into last night, and I thought we'd get the win, but it didn't happen.
It's all good. We'll get it back.
Okay. Have you enjoyed the games?
I have. Even last night's game, very physical last night.
Okay.
Josh Hart caught an elbow to the, it looked like the eyebrow or the retina. It was close. It was very bloody. It was scary. I saw a couple low blows last night too.
Ooh, definitely some low blows.
I saw some low blows last night. It's not basketball.
It's tough. Well, you've played basketball at a high level.
Yes.
You played a game. You caught a concussion. You didn't know you had a concussion, but you finished that game.
Yeah.
How does that feel when you're operating on adrenaline and something like that happens, but your desire to play just keeps you going? What does that feel like? Talk to the audience what that feels like in the moment, the adrenaline rush.
It's a conversation in your head. You've been practicing all season, all year, and all week leading up to that one game. So basketball is high intensity, and you're thinking at a very fast pace to make decisions. So your body takes a toll, and then you have other guys on the court. So when you take a blow or you take a hit like that, your body takes the impact. You have to take the injury. Your mind is still thinking, all I know is playing basketball.
Right.
But your body takes a injury. Jason Tatum with the Achilles, that's a very tough injury, and I hope he gets better, get well soon, Jason Tatum. But your mind just thinking, play. I have to stop these guys. I have to win. I have to get to the next game. But your body is shut down, and the next step is recovery. So there's a war going on in your mind. Recovery for next year, or get back out there and play. I think Josh Hart did that last night. Changed his uniform, got the blood off, got right back out there.
I love it. And I like what you said about recovery in your mind. You've played with pros. You're on your high school team. Andre Drummond was on it. You've played against pros.
Yep.
You've played
Good
at
journey.
every level, D1, D2, D3, with people that played at that level. So you're watching this basketball. We had a chance. You were over for a little while. We got to watch some of the game together. This is a high level. Let's talk about my guy, the jersey I'm representing right now, Jalen Brunson. How are you enjoying Jalen Brunson's game?
He is it's what they call it, not an underdog, but he's a Cinderella story, happy ever after. This guy is undersized, and he's controlling the game with footwork and ball handling, and he's using textbook basketball to dominate the NBA without being oversized, without being just a different type of physical stature. This guy's taking over.
Not overly athletic. He doesn't jump out the gym. He doesn't dunk it, but his footwork will leave you in places you didn't plan to go. The mental game.
The mental game, the way he plays. They say he's the most clutch player in the NBA right now.
And yeah, he is. And the numbers back it up. So let me ask you a different question about the Knicks. Where did I fail as a father? Why aren't you a Knicks fan? When you were born, 2 weeks after you're born, we buy our first house. You have a room with your brother. I painted blue and orange. We're living in Chicago.
Yep.
You're born in Chicago, Skokie, Illinois. I painted the room blue and orange, but
Yeah.
you've never been a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Where did I fail?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I've sold
No cap? No cap is not my fault.
No cap, dead ass. It's not your fault. Or New York, on God. Yep, it's not your fault. But I saw hints of the New York Knicks growing up. I saw hints of the New York Knicks around the house, merchandise, memorabilia. New York. I always saw it. What's your favorite players for the Knicks?
Clyde. Walt
yeah.
Clyde Frazier. He's the
Yep.
reason I love the game.
Yep, favorite player. So I saw it all around, but it's never been a team aspect with the Knicks. It's always been one player growing up. I always saw one player. Patrick Ewing, very, very young. Saw Patrick Ewing. I saw Carmelo Anthony. I even saw the mixtape era
Yes.
with Jason Kidd and a bunch of older guys mixed with younger guys. That was the best team aspect, but this is good right now. What they have going on, this is enough to become a New York Knicks fan, what I see going on right now.
So you're saying there's still a chance?
There's still a chance. Yeah, of course.
Okay. You've always been a Kobe fan. You always like Kobe,
Yeah.
the Lakers. You more or less rock with them because I think people choose fans based on who's winning in your youth when you fall in love with the game. For me, yes, I'm old enough to remember when the Knicks won in 1970. Yes, I saw it on Channel 9. Shout out to Todd Cameron for reminding me of that the other day. Yes, I'm old enough to remember when they won in 73.
Yep.
And here's a trending topic I didn't want to talk about. I didn't want to talk it about. My guy Danny Schindler brought this up in the chat the other day. No, it wasn't Danny. I think it was George Fags on Facebook. He brought up 1994, 1995, I think, when the Knicks were up 2 games on the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, man.
We're living in Chicago. Unfortunately, I lived in Chicago for all 6 championships. They're up 2 games. They won while we're in Chicago. We come back home to New York for vacation. I'm out there. I'm wearing my Knicks stuff, not this Brunson jersey, but my Knicks gear that I have. And came home, and the Bulls came back and got him. And I didn't want to talk about that.
Did you yell out the front door that series?
I did yell out the front door.
I remember that.
I rep New York and Chicago.
He yelled out the front door.
Dead A, no cap. I represented where I came from. And the Knicks, here's who I blame. O.J. Simpson, 1994. The Bronco ride took place during the series against Houston. And it was a distraction from the game.
Wow.
The Knicks lost that finals. So that's who I blame. So
OJ.
whoever can relate Tell me if you remember OJ's Bronco ride and how that ruined the Knicks' chance to win in 94, 95, last times they were there. But I represent the Knicks until the wheels fall off. Always have been a Knicks fan. Sometimes it's hard to say that you're a Knicks fan and a basketball fan. Mostly the last 15 years, I've rocked with Danny Green wherever he played.
Yep.
That's who I rooted for. So San Antonio, Toronto,
Sixers.
Lakers, Philly. Shout out to Danny. Thank you for all the tickets. That's who I rock with. But in my heart, it's always been blue and orange. The whole brand is blue and orange. So now we look forward to tomorrow.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's finish our food. Let's bring it home. Let's let New York celebrate. The energy is different. I'm in the gym this morning. I had on my floppy Knicks hat. People are talking. The lady in Lifetime greeted me today like with sadness, like, welcome to the gym. Like, why are you down? I said, the Knicks lost it. Oh, no, don't give me flowers. Don't feel sorry for Kev. We got it tomorrow.
Yep.
But, man, one other trending topic. You brought this to me yesterday. You talk about gatekeepers. Where were we at with that conversation on gatekeepers?
I wanted to know if you were a gatekeeper.
Oh. Do explain what that might mean. I need a definition before I can confirm or deny that question.
I was thinking about it. So, the way you get your hair cut.
Okay.
Where you buy your socks.
Okay.
Where you get your car. The way you eat. The way you take my mother out to eat. These date nights. And sometimes I ask you, where was that restaurant that you went at?
We went to see A Man About a Dog.
Yeah, that's what you always said growing up. That's what you always said. You always say, we're going to see a man without a dog. So it's true, you are a gatekeeper.
Well, some information you can't, it's not that it's a secret, but some information is sacred.
Yeah.
Some information is sacred. You can't, if I tell everybody about my barbers, I got two. Well, I can't talk about that.
That's it. I still don't know the barber, and I want to know like certain things, how you move, and just the swag, where you get your swag from. And I realized that you've been gatekeeping.
I've been keeping you out. Okay, now I get what a gatekeeper is.
It's another Gen Alpha word too.
Ooh, I'm a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
So I'm a gatekeeper in my personal life. I don't talk about the dates I take your mom on. I don't talk about. All right. Well, let me not be a gatekeeper in my personal life, because definitely. Do you think being a gatekeeper is keeping people away from business opportunities too? You think people want to do things, but other people aren't sharing the information that they need?
It's gatekeep culture. I understand why people keep certain things to themselves. You
Okay.
said it. It's sacred. They enjoy it. I don't want to tell you where I go sit by the water, because that's not a place where I want to see everybody sitting by the water. That's my place. So the gatekeep culture, I understand it, but we're slowing down business a little bit. We've been keeping some vendors to ourselves.
Ooh. All right. So a couple of gatekeeping things. So information is sacred, not secret.
Yep.
I'll tell you a couple of things. I'll share with the whole podcast. A lot of people don't know I'm a part of the Divine Nine, Phi Beta Sigma. Shout out to the Iota Phi chapter.
Hey.
Shout out to my lodge brothers, William Scruggs Military Lodge number 147.
Nice.
All right. And then when it comes to other information, my barber.
Yeah.
I got two of them. I got Ike.
Yep. Okay.
Straight Path Wine Dance, my local barber. And then I got my new barber, Q Cuts, over here in Carl Place. I definitely don't want to keep Ike or Q Cuts a secret. They both take great care of you. Check them out. If you're in the Wine Dance, Suffolk County area, it's only Ike.
I'm writing that down.
It's only Ike on Straight Path. And if you're in Nassau County, Carl Place, check out my man Q Cuts. They both are fire. They both are there. But in the world of business, especially this insurance business I've been in for years, I have not been a gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
You came out of school, you got your license, your brother got a license, work in the business.
This is true.
I've been trying to swing these doors open. In the world of AI,
Yep.
I am not being a gatekeeper.
You're not a gatekeeper, I'll admit
I'm
it.
trying to open the door to let as many people in as I can. But since you brought that up, I don't think it's enough that I say it. I think I got to show and prove it.
Yep.
All right. So podcast community.
Share the wealth.
A couple of weeks from now, our next trending topics. I'm wrapping up the 50 podcasts, 50 agents, 50 states. Today is the second to the last day I record this. Next Thursday is the last one. But in 2 weeks, our next trending topics, we're going to have an episode about small business, about what it takes. So if you're at home, you have a home-based business, you're looking to take that leap from just selling to family and friends, maybe to be outside a little bit, you want to talk about it, I'm going to give you some stuff.
Let's go.
I'm going to open the gate. I'm going to let all the information out. We're just going to pour it out. All right.
Share the wealth.
Tanya, if you're listening, in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about what we up to. We're going to release the date. We're going to ask who people want to see, what workshops they want to have. Let's work on it. Don't let anybody else ever call me a gatekeeper again. Let's open the gate. Let's let people in.
What type of businesses? Like insurance? Like just like financial?
No. So here's the thing about business. I've been in insurance for 38 years, but I'm a natural born entrepreneur from the beginning. My father, your grandfather, started an office cleaning business the year that I was born. My brother, my hero in my life, Robert Spann Jr., still owns and operates that business to today. My father raised us to be entrepreneurs. So that is a fancy word for legitimate hustler. So I've carried groceries. I've swept the barbershop. I've cut grass. I've shoveled snow. If there's a legit way to make money, I've done it. And when you go from side hustles to main hustles to businesses, the journey is no different. You simply have to have a product or service that people value for, and you provide it to the best of your ability. So in simple terms, without using a lot of business jargon, that's what I want to talk about. So whether it's, I don't know if people carry groceries anymore, but whatever is going on right now that you want to talk about, that you want to go from in your head or in your house to retail, to wherever you want to go, I want to do it. So I would say one person in our community that represents that at the highest level right now is Angie from Angie Soul House.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Angie, during the pandemic, was making food at home. She was a guest on the podcast last year. We ordered from her. Fast forward 1 year, she is the most dominant retail soul and Caribbean food location that's out there. But how does she do it? How does she do it? So if you want the answer to the how-to question, tune in to Trending Topics in 2 weeks. We are really going to shift the focus from all of the insurance talk to a lot of small business and definitely heavy AI. Speaking of AI, your AI game the last 2 weeks has been off the charts. Talk about some of your creatives, talk about Coach Miles, and talk about what you've been up to.
Thank you. All helps to you. Credits to you helping me with the AI and my business as well. You're always giving me tips on how to market. Thank my customers. You keep me updated on my process with building my business. So I thank you for that. And AI is beautiful. What I'm doing is I'm just recreating the commercials that I seen growing up. Blockbuster commercial, Sprint commercials. Can you hear me now? So I'm just recreating the commercials and the brands that I saw growing up, and I'm trying to apply that to my business, and it's working out well. And the whole point is just to keep everyone informed that I do defensive driving.
I love it. So shout your page out. Where should they follow you at?
Defensive Driving NY on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook as well. Defensive Driving NY.
I love it. You had some real good posts. I think you did some posts with baby New York Knicks. I think they're wishing Happy Mother's Day.
Yep, New York Knicks, Happy Mother's Day. Just constantly pushing. I got some more coming this week.
I love it. You did a in-person class last Saturday. You have more classes coming up. Where would you like to host classes? If anybody would like to get together, family and friends, are there certain kinds of locations that you're looking for that you would like to host a class at?
I say anywhere. Let me know in the comments. Like anywhere that I could teach. I really like high schools.
Okay.
After school, because the parents, the teachers, the staff, everybody comes to the defensive driving class and we teach. We go right at it for 6 hours and everyone's energized. I bring food in for the classes. I like to bring in great tasting vendors all the time. So let me know in the comments where I should teach my next class.
I love it. New York DefensiveDriving.com.
Yep.
You're going to see his AI character speaking to you, having fun, and keep creating, keep having fun. Closing thoughts. Anything you want to share before we wrap?
I just want to thank my customers, everyone that came out to the last class last Saturday, and the customers that I had over the years, constantly supporting, sharing my posts. I couldn't ask for any more help from my customers and clients. That's pretty much. And shout out small businesses too. Look out, keep watching.
Well, what you do, when you talk about business, your product, defensive driving, where I sell car insurance, home insurance, life insurance for one company, defensive driving helps everybody. And let's face it, New York is in a hard insurance market right now.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether you're with one of the big four companies, Allstate, State Farm, Geico, or Progressive. The rate is too darn high. If you want to cut 10% off, shout out to Dom, NewYorkDefensiveDriving.com. Couple of dollars, he'll save you 10% for the next 3 years. The math is really, really simple. That's all I have for today. Closing thoughts. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Trending Topics in Real Life, No Cap. I hope y'all followed it. We're serious. Make sure you tune in 2 weeks. The conversation, the game is going to change. We got a big announcement coming soon. Tune in. Trending Topics. Peace.
Peace. Go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks, you know.